Hey, what's up, good people? Shelby here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for coming to visit me. If you are new here, then welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, then also welcome. Thank you for coming back. I hope that you brought some people with you. Today, I'm going to go in with a look that I actually posted on my Facebook and on my Instagram, but I didn't record it because I was trying to get out of the house. So today, I'm just going to take you through that look. I'll insert a picture of it here or maybe here, or maybe right here. I don't know. It's a really, really cute look. I'm probably not gonna do my hair that way because those buns were tight. But we're gonna go ahead and hop into this look. So if you would like to see how I got that look and get that, hot girl summer, glowy, warm, golden orangey vibe and not look like an Oompa Loompa, stay tuned. Go down to the bottom, like, comment, subscribe. Let's hop into it. Okay, so believe it or not, I'm going to start with skin, believe it or not. I think if you watch my channel, then you know that I usually start with my eyes because I frequently miss the eye and get it on the face. But since this is a fairly simple eye look featuring the Makeup Shayla Perception Palette, this is the round one. This was legit. If you haven't checked this out from ColourPop, you need to. It's a beautiful palette. But anyways, I'm actually going to go in with skin. So I'm going to start with some Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer in the cute little mini size, which it's going to take me forever to get through this thing, but I'm glad that I bought it because I really like it. But I'm going to use this on most of my face, but I'm also going to put some Skin Tune Blur on some of the other parts of my face that I really want to make sure get that, like we said, solid blurring thing happening. And I'm using a brush. You can use your hands. The container says a rice or pea size amount, but I'm not following the instructions. Don't tell anyone. But yeah, this is a really great primer. It's not cheap for sure, but this little container is going a really long way, and I want to say it was like 20 bucks. Now I know it's small, but like I said, it goes a long way, especially if you follow the instructions. I'm also going to go in with the Versali Skin Tune Blur because the way my pores are set up, they're not big, but when they want to show up, they're hard to miss. And I have the kind of pores where they're tight and they hold oil though, which is the opposite of what I want them to do. I want them to be tight and smooth and subtle, not tight and bumpy. Nobody wants that bumpy pores. And I'm going to be mixing my Fenty, don't mind how dirty she is, my Fenty Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation. I had to read it for a second. And a little bit of the NARS Super Radiant Booster in Isola Rosa. I'm pretty much going to take 2 pumps of the Fenty. There we go. I'm going to take 1 good squeeze, so about that much. I do have a little bit more on my hand, and I'm going to save that for any spots that don't get covered up or blended out. I'm not looking for super, super full coverage. I would just like it to be glowy and reasonably full coverage. I still want my skin to show through. And with the Fenty, and this is a kabuki brush, the Fenty, it's got good coverage. It still has a Your Skin But Better vibe. I would almost even say that probably the most recent version of Your Skin But Better that is it's are you sure it's not your skin? Sis is nailing it. I'm going with some NARS in Cafe Radiant Creamy Concealer for my contour. This is a newer item for me. I remember trying it out a while ago, but then they had minis in almost all the shades, so I figured, okay, I'll give it a shot. And then I also have Amande. I actually might need a lighter color, but I actually like how natural this is on my skin, so we're gonna go for it. And then a little bit of Fenty 360 just to brighten up, just a scotch, just this little bit. I guess it would be safe to call this more of a bronze than a contour, just because I think I tend to think of contour as a more as something that's going to be cooler, and this is not necessarily it's not a cool product on me. I need to get something that's in the cooler family. The only thing I have that's a cream contour that actually is cool that I have is, what do I have? I have one by ColourPop, I want to say. And bring this down on the sides of my nose and a little over here. I'll go ahead and buff that in with my Luxie brush. This is the small contouring brush that came in that BoxyCharm Festival package. That was a great box, actually. I enjoyed that. I got so many things out of that box that I'm like still using, which is like your dream scenario. I don't think anybody wants to like get a box full of stuff and be like, and I'm never gonna use that again. Like, fail. With your bronzer, your liquid bronzer, even with your contour, you always want to keep yourself away from unnatural shades if you're looking for something natural. And then for the cream contour, you can use a beauty blender, you can use a denser brush, you could use the foundation brush, but essentially you want to keep it starting from your ear and come down there. That's the line that you want. It's not exactly where your cheekbone is, it's a little higher, but it raises your face, and then you can just kind of bring this C shape in and create definition, you know, where either you don't have it or where you just like more of it. And then I am gonna blend my highlighter, my concealer into this. So, like on the inner parts of my face, because that's where I want it to be the lightest. Just make sure you have no harsh lines, because even if you don't clock it while you're doing your makeup, somebody's camera's gonna clock you. And that's just, it's just not the best feeling. It's not a good experience, okay? It'll give you nightmares. Nightmares for days. You'll wake up, remember that day my contour wasn't right. Okay, I don't know why I just went like full on glory moment, but anyways, I feel like it's valid, you know? I hate that noise, but I kind of like that noise. Is that weird? Do you guys like the... It's like the living embodiment of moist. It's not sexy, but it is entertaining. And I'm gonna go ahead and put Almond under my eye. I think if I want this to be a brighter concealer, yeah, I would need to get a brighter color. Maybe I think the next one up is like, I want to say caramel. I think that's right. This is gonna get brightened up a little bit by the Fenty, but it's also going to get brightened up by my choice of setting powder. So, you know. And no, I didn't forget about the middle of my face. I am going to do that with the lighter color. You want to do your best when you're blending on your forehead to meet where your concealer, your contour is rather. You don't need to go over it, but make sure that the lines they're mixed together, that they're blurred into each other. Otherwise, you'll have that line of where it stops. I think that might have been one of the best things that Jackie mentioned in her Here's Why Your Foundation Routine Sucks series. Here's Why Your Whatever Sucks series. It's very important. You see that line of demarcation right there? We're gonna get rid of that. Now whatever's left, just run down below your contour to give yourself some definition. And then use the side of the blender, which may be a little drier, and just buff it in. You can buff up like that, you know, pressing and rolling, or you can just pat. Either way, commence to beating your face. I will return when you no longer have lines of demarcation. Please hold. No line. Just naturally. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Watch me, watch me, watch me. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit. I don't have to have it, but I do want a little bit of the Fenty. So I'm gonna just put a little there and there. Yeah. And get my mirror right down the bridge of the nose. And a little there. Just a scotch. Just a scotch. You don't have to do this step, but I like this step. Just adding a little bit more brightness to the middle of the face. It just adds a little bit more dimension. It's nice. All right, so I'm gonna go in with my Mineralize Skin Finish in the shade Dark. This is from MAC. I'm gonna set my whole face with this, and then I'll go back in and I'm gonna set under my eye with the Jouer powder. So I'm just gonna spread. If you want that flawless, like no lines, super practically perfect makeup without actually airbrushing yourself. This step of buffing over, whether it's with this or with the Sephora Micro Smooth, you could do it with there's a number of pressed powders out right now that could do it for you. But essentially you want something that's sheer or completely translucent, close to your skin tone, and that is lightweight. And it just pretty much just buffs everything down. Go in with the Jouer Soft Focus Hydrate and Set Powder, this bad boy right here. And I'm going to set underneath my eye. And this acts a little bit like a foundation, like a pressed powder foundation to set. It definitely holds my concealer in place, but it also adds a little bit of brightness under the eyes that I really like. So I put this only in the areas where I put the lighter concealer. I'm just pressing this in right there and on my forehead. This actually does have enough coverage that if I were to put it on my nose like I am now, it will give me just a little bit more coverage and keep my pores from like literally looking nuts. So that's that. All right, so I feel bronzy, I feel glowy. I'm gonna go in with my, shoot, who is this? This is Wet n Wild. It's the color icon in Shady Beaches, or Shady Beaches. I can't really remember which one it is. Anyways, going in with my angle brush. I think, shoot, this is from Glamour Dolls. It looks like a Lisa Frank, like a Lisa Frank item, but I really like it. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna pretty much put this right over where I put my bronzer before. Right in here. And I am going kind of over my whole cheekbone, and then I'll layer on top of that the blush and the highlighter right up in here, But for now, we're just gonna leave the bronzer there and just okay. And then I'm gonna just do a little bit of setting with my Huda underneath, just to, like I said, give myself a little bit of brightness. Just a scotch, because I would like to be a little brighter under the eye, and I'm not super bright right now. Using my wet beauty blender and some of this powder. Right there. Make sure it's even. I'm gonna bring you in closer so we can do the eyes. They're not super complicated, but I know you'd like to probably be closer so that you know, see my eyes. I know. 1 second. Okay, welcome back. Brows are done. Eyes are primed with some of the NARS. Eyes are primed with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. And I'm going to hop into the Perception palette from Shayla. And I'm essentially going to be using all of the neutrals that are in the palette. I'm going to go in Culture, Thick, and Revenge probably. And maybe a little bit of Played Out. We'll see what happens. I'm doing this from memory, so we'll see what happens. But anyways, let's start with my big fluffy brush. And I'm going to hop into Culture. I'm just going to put this all over the upper part of my lid, above my crease, to lay down a place for all my other shadows to blend into. It also sets my concealer and grabs onto it. All right, then going in with a pointed brush, I'm going to hop into Thick in the palette and go pretty much just above the crease and a little bit over Culture to add some color. I'm just going to pack it in and then I'll blend it out. I'm going to go in with, let's go in with Played Out, I think, instead of Revenge. And I'm going to frame the outer shape of my eye there and just blend it into the crease right where they meet. Actually, if you open your eye a little bit and look down, your eye will kind of make the space for you, unless you have a hooded eye. If you have a hooded eye, you're going to have to create the shape. Otherwise, you should be able to just put this here and then blend. Now, I'm going to go in with a little bit more concealer. I'm just going to pat that on my lid. I'm not going to go for a cut crease. I just want to lay down a nice, clean foundation, I guess you can say, for this next color to stick to. So I'm not going too far up into my crease. I'm just gonna go from where the darkest color played out is on my lid into the corner and back. Really thin layer, nothing too thick. Again, not cutting the crease, just cleaning the canvas, as it were. And go ahead and carry it into the inner corner because we're gonna put shadow in there too, and we want it to pop. With a flat brush, slightly fluffy, not too fluffy, and we're going to apply culture right onto the lid. Just pack that on there and see how pretty that is. I'm gonna go back with actually your first brush and just blend this transition between culture and played out. If you want to add a little bit more played out, you can. If you'd like it to be a little deeper, that's your choice. For a daytime kind of a soft glam though, less is always more. Yeah, girl. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing on the other eye. Next, I'm gonna go in with some wing liner using my favorite right now, which is the Beauty Bakery Lollipop Liner. She did not come to play. And I believe this is a pretty generous wing, so I'll be generous, but I won't go ham, you know? Yeah. I'm not gonna talk while I do this. All right, so there's one. Now I gotta do the other one. Okay. All right, so I still need an inner corner highlight and a little bit of something in my lower lash line. So there's actually there's three colors in my lower lash line, and they're all shimmers. So I went in with Shade, Diva, and Unbothered, I want to say. Is that right? Shade, Diva, and Unbothered? Now I need lashes. I'm gonna go in with some Demi Wispies from Ardell Lashes. I've been wearing these and I really like these. I don't think these are the ones in the photo, but they're still really pretty. So we're gonna go for it. And I'll be right back. Hey, and we're back. All right, the eyes are on. I sprayed my face. I did a little bit of mascara on the bottom, and I used the Trestique mascara that came in the little box. Also another BoxyCharm item. I swear half my kit is like BoxyCharm just because they're so dope. And let's get real, the quality is like, it's good. I'm gonna go in with the NARS Wanted Palette 2, and I'm gonna pull out, let's see, I never know what these colors are called, but I'm gonna pull out this color, which is blown out a little bit, and that color, and probably mix a little of those two too, to get that blushed highlighty situationship. I'm gonna mix the top two, the pink and the orange, for a highlight. And then I'm gonna go in with this double-ended brush from Hourglass, and I'm going to pull, actually I'm gonna pull the orange and the peachy shade together, and or the pinky shade, and make myself a blush. Ooh, hey now. Okay, all right, hey, okay. So lip, okay, so the lip was like, the lip was killer, right? The lip was actually Style Shocked. This is a Powder Kiss lipstick from MAC. Look at her, oh, she's orange and she's party. She's almost coral, honestly. And I already put on some chapstick, because, you know, ashy lips, you know, they're just not sexy. So I'm just gonna go straight in with this. I didn't use a liner or anything, I was just careful. All right. These are so pretty. So pretty. Okay. So this is my finished look. I hope that you are like digging this as much as I was digging this. I'm still loving it. I think it's really pretty. I love the way the colors all came together, the way the bold goes with the neutral, but it's still all in the same family. Like, sis, this is getting, and you don't even have to have on a lip this bright for this look to work. You could put a nude on with this and it would still hit. You could wear this to work. But if you wanna snatch wigs, and faux locks, then you need this color. That's that MAC Powder Kiss. Get it? that's it for me. I hope that you all enjoyed this video. It's a lightweight tutorial, lightweight infomercial. I don't know. If you are not already subscribed, go down to the bottom, hit the like, hit the subscribe, join the family, become one with me and my channel and all the background noise that I have because I'm dog sitting. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, ciao for now.